Years of practice, you said?
There's no way he can as fast as, like, that one night he went 7 times in a row. This guy's like, I'll be right back, I gotta pee. Gone for 10 minutes.
It's probably his first fucking nut. He was so excited he had to keep going. By the end of it, he's probably getting a little dribble out.
I love when Jimmy talks about this stuff.
Shooting blanks.
Okay. Let's calm down, alright? To put on some deodorant.
You did. Probably haven't showered in a week.
Well, you know, given the fact Ice is on Rust,
I gotta fucking aim my shit or I'll come on the fucking ceiling sometimes.
Dude.
Oh my god, Ozzy stream sniping already? Wow. Wow. SMH?
Stamp, you damn well know you're feeding them inside information by casting. Let's be real.
I'm literally in game chat, my guy. I'm not gonna lie, anyone who would cheat in a scrim is wicked.
Dude, I'm sorry.
We are going to talk.
Get out of here, Death! That's what they're saying! Get out of here!
He wants to kick you out. He says you suck.
Thank you for showing up. You're a real one.
Bye-bye.
He'll suck your dick later.
We moving Death up, bro, because fuck that Cloudburst.
Okay, all I'm saying is, you guys...
We need some.
Have you guys seen the sleep dart heard around the world?
Oh, Brody.
That's what I thought.
What?
Look
I
at the
don't
ego
know that
boost.
one.
Yeah, that shit
That clip I sent the ego burst. Ego boost.
The reactions are nuts.
Real quick, Miami Neon, can I get a poll on whether or not you think this play-in tournament is gonna work out the way Vac wants it to?
No.
Wow.
Nothing.
My thoughts exactly.
But dude, Vac's the Miami party. You should join Stampy and talk about it.
He told me I'm banned for 3 games.
Yeah, he gives Jimmer a 3-game suspension. Calgary's not screwed.
Why?
Because he suspended 3 games.
For what reason?
I think I told him to bitch or something, I don't know.
The fadeaway. I just realized it was a fadeaway shot.
Oh no, I called him gay. Told him he's a homo.
In the
Well, it was 1 game.
In the chat.
And I told him I don't give a fuck. I don't know, somewhere.
I sent
Because
him
in
the
the party.
invite already.
That's crazy.
Stampy, what's your
For some reason, that clown's in Miami's party
I'll
chat.
do YouTube.
So he can invite us to games.
Okay, I just...
I'd kick him out until the season starts.
There was that discussion.
I think it's valid.
You know, I'd ask who on Miami to send the VOD to, but I already know Watson's. He's just gonna dive into that shit. You know, he's just gonna take it apart.
Why don't you just stream it?
Let's go.
Keep it as a VOD, no?
Oh no, I am.
Okay.
I was just making a joke about how seriously Watson takes his note-taking.
I so we damn well know that you're uglier than I am. That's why you never sent the picture. That's why you never sent the picture in chat, but yet you made fun of how I look,
Here we fucking go.
Hey, you made fun of how I looked, fatty. You made fun of how
Say
I look,
less
but yet you
ISO.
wouldn't
What is this
send
fraud
a
doing
picture.
here?
Well, Kit, you look like you're 5.
No, I don't, fatty. Damn well knows I'm with that.
He's got a little stash going.
Okay, I'll give him
Kid's a
6.
kid. Kid's a kid. Gross. Alright.
To be fair, ISO's also a kid.
Alright.
Yeah, but press the
8:30.
Good luck, everybody.
Bro, quit all this yabbering.
Get this fucking screw.
Oh,
guys wanna do
I don't know. I kind of want to keep yapping.
You guys
I don't
ready to
know.
use strat, shield strap?
I'm playing Blitz every
We
round.
gotta do the Ducky Sens.
Sure, have fun.
Alright, a whole lot of yapping. I don't know why I'm casting a scrim, but I am. We're at GLA. It's Miami Neon against Colima Cloudburst. You know, the polls would tell you that this is a lopsided match. But, you know, every Siege match, you never really know who's going to win. So, both teams coming in here very excited. Colima being the challengers, trying to take on Miami Neon. Not much else to say, you know. Miami Neon should win this handedly on paper, but paper isn't where you win. It's all about in-game, in-match. And the first man going out being Osa banned by the side of Cloudburst. I don't know if I know that Chris Dogg's not in that Miami lineup, number 1 Osa main in North America, but regardless, Osa taken off the board first, followed by a Flores ban by the Miami Neon. Tired of dealing with those explodey drones. You know, I can't blame them. They can be quite destructive and quite effective if you're not paying attention. And a Mira ban coming out to follow that up. A couple of good setups for this map for sure with the Mira. Really weaken those holds a little bit, but final ban here coming out for Cloudburst. Looking like they're going to take away, my guess would be an Azami ban. They're taking the full timer here to do it, and it'll be Solus instead. I was wrong. Alright, getting into this first round here. Miami Neon starting on the attack with their squad full of killers plus Watson. Cloudburst, though, they got a couple gunners of their own, but none quite on the level of the infamous Kit, Ozzy, or Jimmer, most likely. Regardless, ISO did have a stellar 19-kill performance the other day. A very dominant first game on next-gen console, so hopefully he's able to keep that up against this tough Miami side.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Starting out on the kitchen site, very interesting decision by the defense here, but assuming they got a plan for it, maybe just wanting to catch Miami off guard, because Miami a very structured team, but haven't had too much time to play with this roster. But regardless, I'm sure Watson's already drilled all the strats into their forehead. Seems like there'll be a bit of an upstairs roam as well going on here for the defenders. Help waste some time away and hopefully get a pick or two off. Regardless, on the attacker side of things, spawning in a couple of fragging ops there. Not really worrying about any counter breach, but there is only a mute on the board, so impact EMP should be more than enough for that. Ozzy doing a little bit of spraying, likely just open up a window as he prepares to take on this top floor attack. Kit getting some drone out by Ducky over here, trying to take that library control. It's uncontested, so will be successful. Ozzy opening up that window on top blue. Kit slowly making his way forward as Ducky's droning him out. Here's this upstairs roam playing very passively, but with 3 members up here, slowly moving their way towards piano, taking out a drone. Kit and Ozzy now advancing onto this piano area, but Kit's a little bit distracted by Metro. Now he's slowly peeking around, and it's looking like we might get some gunfights going. Ozzy still playing this window, trying to peek onto that castle. Jimmer getting the other window, and really starting to put some pressure on this upstairs roam. Kit here slowly peeking the doorway, ever so slowly. Not committing to it quite yet. Some more drones coming out here, getting more intel. He sees the Azami barricade, but not committing to anything quite yet on either side. Azami swinging out. Real good chance to get the pick here. Does a little bit of damage, but not enough to finish him. Jimmer now inside of the office is there. Akita taking a lot of damage on that Azami, but able to get away with his life. Castle taking down Jimmer, giving the defenders a man advantage with over half the round burned. Defense here downing Ozzy as well up here, having a really good time so far on this top floor. Kit trying to throw out a drone, but immediately getting shot as he throws it in harm's way. Ducky, though, able to rotate over, get this revive off onto Ozzy. Watson maybe taking a little bit of tag-up damage by Badger there. Ozzy, though, back on that window, peeking into piano, and Ducky gets the kill from bathroom window onto Akita. Hins re-peeking it, though, but Ducky takes him out, too. But Badger getting the pick onto Ozzy, swinging towards Watson. Does he know? He peeks away just at the wrong moment. He's flailing around a little bit here now, but it's him, a 1v3 upstairs against these 3 attackers. Likely he just wants to get a pick and get out, but he's picked off first before he's able to do anything. But Xerxes also upstairs, a really aggressive upstairs hold for this team, but only 30 seconds left on the attackers. 25 now, as they've really got to work on getting this plant down, and I'm not sure if they have a clue where Xerxes is. Xerxes holding firm still, no plant coming out yet. Watson is on site now, making his way in. beginning to plant. Is there an Evil Eye in position to stop him? It appears there is. Is Xerxes going to be able to use it in time? He is not. Plant going down. Now a 1v3 post-plant for Xerxes, and the clock is now turned against him. Slowly peeking this hatch, trying to feel out where Miami Neon is, but not a lot of intel here, and now that he's got the clock against him, not looking likely. Regardless, he's slowly trying to play these vertical angles. Good chance he could have denied plant if he was checking those earlier. Getting sprayed down over by Solar. Worried about the push coming from Mezzanine too as well, though. With only 20 seconds left, it's looking like this round's not going his way. Holding this angle still on Mezzanine is the other one, slowly creeping on him in Piano. Going to be choosing just the wrong opportunity there, trying to make it through Breach. And Miami Neon is going to take round 1. Watson getting on the board with a very rare double kill on the round for him, really paving the way for the rest of his team. Ducky picking up the other 3. A solid start there for the defense. Unorthodox choice of site, but really good upstairs room. Really bought them a lot of time, but Miami was just able to get a crucial revive off, take a couple picks back their way, and then able to get a plant down uncontested, despite the Maestro possibly being able to deny plant if he hopped on his cams or tried to play the vertical angle from above. Regardless, second round here now. Looks like we are moving to the upstairs site. The defender said, you know what, we did such a good job holding upstairs, why don't we just hold it as the actual site this time? Similar operator lineup, plus a Kaid, I believe that one is new. ISO still on the fragging up, didn't quite get a kill that round, but good performance from the team as a whole nonetheless. Interesting setup over towards the library side here by Akita, really using those zombie barricades and reinforcements to shape the map the way he wants it. Very interesting placement here as a reinforcement with the edibles, not really protecting the Kaid Claw, so if they get control of blue, that Kaid Claw will be swiftly dealt with. On the attacker side of things, again, really just relying on that one set of impact EMPs to do the job hard reaching wise, but if they're able to take control of blue, that's likely all they'll need. Regardless, Jimmer here getting that camera, starting to make some noise down below, but not finding anything quite yet as far as a concentration. Ozzy hanging out in the basement, getting droned out with Kit in order to slowly push their way up top. Getting knocked through the floor, though, is Kit, but likely he's going to be able to crawl away. But no hints! Caden able to get the pick off, securing that first pick for the side of Cloudburst. It's going to be interesting to see how the defenders rally. Ozzy a little bit more cautious to push up those stairs now after losing one so early. Jimmer taking a lot of damage, but he's going to get swung at bottom of Solar and win that gunfight. Badger likely should have had that one, but Jimmer just able to quickly flick onto him. First floor control now appears to be firmly in the hands of Miami Neon as they're working their way upstairs now. Caden still trying to play some of that vertical, throwing out a C4, but not quite too well timed. Not going to be able to get anything for his trouble. Ducky on that double window, getting a good angle into sight as Watson's holding that solar window, really cutting off and controlling a lot of this side of the map with very dangerous angles. A pick by Ducky there onto Caden, who wasn't being careful of that double window. Not sure if he didn't realize that castle barricade was broken or not, but regardless, Miami Neon working their way up Solar Stairs now. Ozzy slowly peeking his way in as the defenders are trying to hold firm up top. Xerxes in a little bit of a hard spot due to that double window hold, but Jimmer slowly working his way up, even with his critically low health. Gets knocked by Xerxes in closet, but will be able to crawl away this time to allow his team to get the revive. Xerxes re-swinging it, trying to get the finish, but not quite able. Ducky still on that window, gets taken out by Xerxes. An excellent pick by him. Watson in the building, pushing up with that diffuser in hand. They got 30 seconds left to go for that execute. ISO here holding a nice angle towards the back of site. Might be able to pick off anyone pushing the site if they're a little too careless here. But Miami's really got to go. Watson in sight now. He's getting that plant down. Jimmer back on that window. I'm not sure if they got any way of denying this. Jimmer getting one pick from the window. Plant is down. Nikita and Xerxes both spraying towards that window. They're a little bit forced off site here, but Xerxes tries to sprint by it, and he will not get away with it. Jimmer holding it down, and Watson getting that last pick onto Akita.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Third round coming out here for the defense. Really needing to get a couple wins going so they can string together some momentum. Deciding to go back down to that kitchen site. Thought they had a pretty good hold last round, but they just didn't really have any plant denial after that main window really cut them off on that rotation.
5 seconds remaining.
But this round, going back to their first site, which they held really well and got some good picks on, but Miami Neon able to win that trade battle and get a crucial revive or two to keep the man's odds stacked in their favor. Another attacking round coming out here, looking like yet another library push from the side of Miami as they rappel up here, Kit and Ozzy. Looking very similar to their first round so far. Jimmer, though, making his way in over by, not quite main entrance, but up top there on the balcony. Kit droning this out, doing a lot of droning, not something he's seen too much from him in his career. But nonetheless, Watson with another drone in the building, droning out this attack. So far, not as quite as heavy as a hold by this defense as we've seen previously. Akita here playing in this office very precariously against Jimmer here on this Iana, but not sure if he's going to get picked out yet. Also, Piano Window getting some pressure applied to it. But he's got Badger to back him up on that. Jimmer using a grenade to take out that Exami barrier. Going to leave Akita in a little bit of a hard spot. Watson throwing some hard reach onto that. A little bit of a gunfight there with Kit. Kit's going to do a little bit of damage to him. Akita really just fighting for his life at this point. Swinging out onto the balcony. Doesn't see him. Gets peeked from Piano and Window as well. And Ozzy able to get the first pick on this round. Xerxes getting downed as well. Not sure what from. And Badger taken out. Revive probably not going off, but a Frost Mat getting Ozzy. That's going to at least help alleviate some pressure from these defenders and possibly give them a chance to get this revive off. Nope, it's not going to be happening. Caden here now holding this angle with the Maestro. ISO, though, going to get one pick with that Frosty gun off the verticals. 2v4 situation here with over a minute to go. Not looking too good for the defensive side, but plenty of time to still make some plays. ISO gonna get taken out by Watson, having himself a game kill-wise, 4 kills off from the total amount he recorded in an entire playoff series, but also recording 2 plants, his usual dominant amount. Caden here playing really passively, not too sure, taking a lot of damage from that frag grenade. It appears that the attackers do know where he is, and the push down solo are gonna come out, and Kit's gonna get the kill. Tough start to the defense here for Cloudburst. Not really doing too good, but regardless, definitely putting up a fight each round. Just Miami able to get a couple picks or a crucial plant down, really turning the round back in their favor. Regardless, going into the 4th round here, you know the pressure's on Cloudburst. They got to get a defensive round. And they've turned to the basement site to get them that. Not trying it in any of their first 3 rounds, despite it being one of the more popular sites, but now opting to give it a try. Lots of 1.5s on the side of the defense, hopefully trying to win a couple more of those gunfights, maybe get some picks that can really help them out towards the late round, as they're doing pretty solid in the early rounds, wasting a good bit of time and getting a decent amount of picks and trades, but Miami Neon just really good on those executes, turning out those rounds slowly but surely. But the attackers in on the attack again. Going to be interesting to see how they go at this basement site. Kit and Watson here duoed up together to push through main garage, and it appears Jimmer and Ducky prepping for main entrance, which leaves Ozzy, I believe, all by himself so far, but it looks like he's slowly working his way over there to join up on the others. Roaming-wise, it appears like not too much of a presence from the defenders, as if I'm not mistaken, I believe all of them are still on the basement floor, just completely allowing Miami to take that vertical at their discretion. Jimmer, though, going to be the first in here into trophies, fastly sprinting in as his team has likely already droned out the appropriate areas for him. And I believe I am correct. No, that is one person in upper mezzanine for the roam for Cloudburst. Likely playing that long game, though, and Buck should be safe to get these hatches for now, if the can opener will cooperate with him, and it does. Jimmer getting that hatch for free, but Kit with a frag kill onto Badger the Wamai. You know, you gadget's supposed to counter grenades, but Jimmer getting one there anyway. Not Jimmer, rather, but Kit getting one there anyways. Now the defenders feeling a little bit of pressure from this main garage. Hard walls getting breached by Watson. Kit pushing in. He's got another nade cooking, throwing it out, but it's going to be wide of its mark. Akita and Caden here really in a bit of a difficult spot. Akita swinging, taking out Kit, but refrag going to be gotten from above and in front by Ozzy, but Xerxes with a real good swing to get the refrag onto him. Going to even us back out at 3-3. Now ISO up top, if he pulls off this flank at the right time, he could easily get himself some good picks, but in the meantime, defenders got to hold firm on site, as it appears one is rotating around to go blue stairs. ISO taking some shots, it would appear, but not quite able to finish anyone off yet. But Caden getting the pick onto Jimmer. Watson, though, a plant going down. I don't even know that he has anyone supporting him. How is this being allowed? Ducky coming over just in time to pick off Xerxes, but Watson taking a lot of damage, killed from the up above, and it's up to Ducky to close out this 1v2 with diffuser planted. Caden moving towards that case, but Ducky rotated upstairs already. The vertical's going to be working for him now. Are the defenders ready for it? They are not. Gets one, but ISO is ready for it. Gets the pick and is going for the defuse to close out this round to give Cloudburst their first defensive round win.
Bomb defusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
You know, Watson will be watching this back very fiercely, scribbling a lot of notes down about that round right there, as he hates to see his team lose anything at all, and he will write paragraphs and pages of notes to make sure it never happens again. But going back upstairs, it appears, to that master bedroom office hold for this defense. Hopefully they've got a solution to that main window, as 2 different players in Miami Neon played on it, one of them getting picked off, but the other being very effective on cutting off that rotate and really suffocating the defense and allowing Watson to get down essentially a free plant, as no defenders could get anywhere near him. Looking like a similar setup so far this time. The shield on piano, reinforcing breach wall, but nonetheless, hopefully it turns out a little bit better for their sake. On the attacker side of things, Ducky on the Zofia, not sure if I've seen him on that yet. Could be forgetting, just not an op you see too much anymore. Nevertheless, ISO spotting his drone out, getting it shot. A little less intel on the board for Miami to work with, as they are a very intel-heavy team.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
Upstairs hold looking a little bit geared towards library again, but if you remember from last round, Miami did not push library at all, and none of them spawning over there. Looks unlikely they'll push library this round either. Caden here playing these bullet holes through the floor again, but gotta be careful as Miami definitely will remember losing a man to that in the previous round and make sure they're not going to lose another one to it. Regardless, Ozzy here making his way in along with Kit, slowly creeping their way up the stairs. Jimmer cooking a nade out, gonna do a bit of damage onto Caden, but not quite enough to leave a big mark. Cooking another one here, trying to catch out anyone. Gonna miss completely on that one, but a good attempt nonetheless. Spraying some damage onto ISO. ISO really looking a little bit lucky there, as a lot of shots fired his way, but he does manage to escape with his life. Kit now rotated over around a trophy entrance, working on breaking down this barricade, and they're going to be working their way towards pushing up Solar Stairs, it looks like. Pushing in now, taking control of the lower floors. They likely have most of this droned out already, putting up that air jab. Badger taking a lot of damage, not quite sure where that's at. Through the bullet holes most likely, and on Solar Window. He's going to be lucky to get away with his life there. Very interesting choice to peek this window here, but if he gets the pick, it'll be massive. But getting down through the floor by either a grenade or a breaching round, not sure which. Ozzy seeing another one. ISO getting out a pick, but getting refragged himself by Jimmer. A lot of action going down. You see Ducky on that window yet again. Jimmer here set up along with Watson on his window. Double window watch here by Miami. They really seem to like it. Really questioning, though, if maybe a run-out could possibly turn the favors against them, but none of the defenders really in a position to do that. Akita on the flank, but he's going to have to time this very well in order to help with denying plant, as Ducky here is just sitting on this window minding his time, but Ozzy pushing up through bathroom, dealing a little bit of spraying towards piano. Seems like its site control might be in the hands of the attackers, and I'd be surprised if we don't see a Watson plant coming down soon. And there it is, starting to go down. Not a lot of movement coming out from these defenders unless Akita is on a deadly flank, but he has given up and gone back the other way. Xerxes picking off Jimmer. That'll be a good pick. But Ducky here really going to be the main thorn in the defender's side, as he's just holding this window angle so tightly it makes it very hard for the defenders to do anything about it. Akita going to be the first to challenge here, swinging out onto that window, not going to see the head in time, going to get picked off by Ducky. Ducky getting another one onto Xerxes, but getting refragged out by Caden finally. Going to throw the C4, not going to be catching anyone with that one. Swings by bathroom, and will get picked off by Ozzy. Main struggle looking like for the defense on that upper site is that window control, both of Solar and the double window on site, really giving Miami such good cutoffs on lines of sight. I don't know if maybe some Azami barricades could help, if perhaps just a different type of hold or more focus on holding the Solar side of the map would be the solution there. But regardless, 4-1 so far for Miami Neon as the Colima Cloudburst head into their final round of defense. Surprisingly, opting to go for the same site again. I believe this will be the third time attempting this site, but nonetheless, very interesting to look and see. A little bit of a Jaeger ADS there might be helpful to keep that castle barricade alive a little bit longer from that Zofia, but even if it does, there's still a Haban on the board, there's an Ash on the board, there's just so much utility. And especially with the utility meta going away, the odds of keeping that castle barricade up for long are quite low.
10 seconds to insertion.
Either way, similar setup coming out for the most part. Not seeing that shield on piano table yet, which is a little bit of an interesting decision, but library push hasn't come out yet by Miami Neon. And that seems to be the area that Gale Force is focusing on the most, when in fact they should be focusing more on Solar side based off of these previous rounds. Miami, again, none of them pushing from library side at all making their way over to Solar. It's interesting to see if maybe a little bit stronger of a roam game or something comes out here to really try and deny off this Solar push for at least a little bit. Mostly just some preemptive droning coming out so far from the side of Miami Neon. Almost a minute elapsed, not up to too much yet, but just gathering intel for their eventual execute. But bathroom window blown open there by Ozzy, I believe, on the Ash getting that. Ducky already on that window. That second castle barricade still standing for now. Xerxes looking a little bit towards it. Might be a bit of a gunfight here coming out if he decides to swing it, but for now, he's just going to passively hold an angle.
Attackers have located
I believe that's ISO down below, running out onto Ducky, but traded, actually. Ducky and ISO there going 1-for-1 on each other. Gonna give the defenders a little bit of time to breathe with that window, but Ozzy coming back up onto this window. He'll likely be trying to go for the same type of angles that Miami was previously, but if that Jaeger ADS is still up, it might catch his last remaining Ash charge, really actually presenting a challenge to get it. It does! Really going to make it difficult now for Miami Neon to get that castle barricade down. Regardless, the solar push coming out. Killer is Stock Badger and Akita just caught completely off guard by Jimmer just walking up the stairs. Not really sure how both of them managed to get fragged out there, but nonetheless, Jimmer peeking his way towards the bathroom. Going to be swung here slowly by Caden, but the timing just off on both parts. Jimmer not even flinching at those bullets shot near him, but not quite connecting. Regardless, Habana putting up her pellets, really getting ready for some breach here, but a little far off site with Diffuser, but rotating around, possibly a bit of a different execute this time. Maybe on from main window due to them not getting that castle breach that they wanted to do. Xerxes here, really in a bad position, last alive. He's surrounded on all sides by enemies, and he's going to be taken out, but he does get Jimmer in the process. Another trade. Bit of a dominant showing there by Miami Neon on the attack. Kind of what we expected to see, but regardless, nice to see the Cloudburst at least putting up a decent bit of a fight each round, and definitely causing at least some problems for Miami Neon, certainly not having every round go out without a hinge. But regardless, if the Colima Cloudburst want a chance to win this, they're really going to have to bring it back on their attacking side, as they're staring down a 5-1 deficit right now. Defensive side of Miami Neon opting to go one of the two sites that Cloudburst refused to go except for once, and the one time they did, they won, being the basement. Setting it up nice and early. Watson on the Bandit, nice little MP7 in his hand. He's already got a 4.0 KD, possibly the highest of his career, looking to add to it. Ozzy setting up some Vault camera spots upstairs. I won't spectate him too much because I know he wants those cam spots to stay at least a little bit hidden.
10 seconds left.
Usual setup downstairs for the most part. Kit making the rotate there. The zombie play really going to be difficult to deal with the usual angles on this basement site. But this Cloudburst side, all spawning, 4 of them all spawning over here by main garage. ISO spawning by himself, looking towards trench, it looks like. Might be a bit of a heavy backside push here from the side of Colima Cloudburst. Badger also upstairs putting on some of that upper trophy pressure. Not seeing any defenders from the side of Miami Neon up there to really deny it at all. As a matter of fact, not seeing much of a roam game at all. Wondering where they are. It appears Jimmer is up on that 3rd floor along with Ozzy, so it might be a bit of a late rotate or some vertical play coming out from them. Regardless, the droning out happening here by Colima Cloudburst, getting some intel as they're slowly making their way, actually pushing up quite a bit here towards the actual site. As the zombie barricades continuously pouring out of Kit, really making some difficult angles for these attackers to take. But Jimmer getting a pick onto Badger, but getting traded back out by ISO. A good trade there by the side of Colima Cloudburst. As they're going onto site, getting this hard wall breach down, almost spraying that ace charge by mistake, throwing out a drone into the line of fire, but it is going to be special to get at least a little bit of intel. Watson playing behind the barrels there, and Kit over in blue, but Diffuser with Xerxes headed over towards Trench, looking to put on a little pressure on that side. Not quite sure if they'll be able to get that wall though, because it is still electrified. Meanwhile, the attackers, Ducky's still upstairs over by the kitchen. And Ozzy's still all the way up on the 2nd floor, possibly still looking around very cautiously. It seems he doesn't really know if there are any attackers upstairs, which they are not. They are all in the basement, I do believe. Kit here holding a really tight angle with that 1.5 here. Might be able to see a bit of one, but not quite going to take any shots. He sees the shoulder. Some of those shots certainly should have hit Ubisoft, but regardless, Caden gets down by this tight angle by Kit, but Kit swings out to try and finish him, and Akita takes him out. A bit of a sloppy play there trying to get the finish. Execute now going out onto site, but these roamers that were never dealt with are slowly but surely coming back to site. Ducky rotating down blue now. Not sure if the attackers are aware. He is definitely aware of where they are pushing from. The revive getting picked up here. I'm getting a call from my girlfriend. I'm going to ignore that right now. Swinging out on the 3 of the attackers, not managing to get the finish on 1. Ash in sight, whips on Ducky with the AR, taking him out. Down to a 1v3. It is all up to Ozzy on that roam to clutch out this round, but where is Diffuser? Why is it not going down yet? Xerxes isn't on site, and he's going to full sprint by blue. Ozzy having a chance to shoot at him there if he chose to, taking out the Ash, but he's very low on health. Where is this last attacker looking the complete wrong way? And Ozzy going to get a free triple kill there. Akita being the only one to look in his way and challenge him. The other defender caught planting and caught holding a very passive angle the completely wrong way. Very good job by Ozzy. They're not quite able to catch the diffuser rotating into sight, but quickly able to make work of the defenders as they appear to have a gaff as to where exactly he was. Six to 1 now for Miami Neon. Sitting on that match point, they're going to be going up to kitchen, dining room. Somewhat commonly played site, but typically played with a mirror to help out. But regardless, this Miami team, they have strats upon strats upon strats, and that is my mistake. This is dining and kitchen. I was thinking of bar. I'm a little bit silly. Never mind. Anyways, last round here, if Miami Neon's able to take it, but Colima Cloudburst, they challenged this Miami squad. They accepted with the scrim. You know they were hoping to take more than one round. Obviously, they knew they were the underdogs coming into it. But regardless, you know, every team always wants to win, no matter how likely that is. Staring down a large deficit now. A heavy upstairs roam being set up here by this Miami side. With that shield on piano, barbed wire in the hall, castle barricade set up, kill holes set up. You know Miami Neon and their kill holes. That one border playoff game, I think they killed about 6 people from the same head holes, from the same spot, the same amount of times, and it was a bit insane, I'm not going to lie. The other team was a little bit throwing. Anyways, Caden quickly onto solar window, punching it with enemies right there. I don't know if he knows. I don't know if the defenders were ready for it. Caden here playing very precariously. Jimmer going to be peeking him. Caden able to do some of the damage. Not quite enough for a finisher here, but regardless, early shots coming out from both sides. Kit getting a little bit tagged up, not sure where from. Badger working down below. Ducky, though, tossing out a C4 onto ISO. That's going to take him out of commission for this round. Leaving it up to the other members of Cloudburst to take this round to keep the game alive. Badger now joining Caden on this rappel here, but he's coming straight up to the roof. Attackers here not quite getting too much of a foothold yet. Thatcher on the board, but it appears they aren't going to be able to get this breach except from below. I'm not sure why the lack of EMPs, but Ash Charge here likely taking out their problems for them, as it is only a mute jammer. And no, the mute jammer still stands. They failed to get it. Akita shooting the second one. That one getting it though now, and breach finally going off. A good job there. Caden, though, still playing this window. Xerxes getting a pick out onto Ozzy. That might help them later in the round. Castle here getting a little bit aggressive, though, but now falling back off after taking out that drone. Double window not really being held by this Cloudburst side the same way it was by Neon. Jimmer highly contesting the solar window. Not really afraid of getting taken out from it. A flash grenade coming in, but that's not going to do anything. Wide open Caden there. Taken out by Jimmer. Almost too easy for one of the better fraggers around these parts. But some damage coming out to him by Badger. Badger swings in. Jimmer, though, just able to take him out with a little help from a friend. And then it's down to Xerxes and Akita to clutch out this round to keep this game alive. Akita here swinging head holes, not really having much of an option to go for. Diffuser still in hand for this attacking side, but sight is actually downstairs, I forgot. All of these losses are coming out to the roam. Not even worried about actually getting on site, and they only have 35 seconds left to manage to get a plant down. Xerxes getting knocked as well, leaving Akita in essentially a 1v4 with 30 seconds to clutch this out for his team. Getting pinched from multiple angles, taking out Kit with that Ash, swinging another, but Jimmer is going to get the pick, and that is going to close out this scrim, ladies and gentlemen, with a 7-1 victory for the side of Miami Neon.
Next one when he goes like 16-1. What? ISO's not good for map 2?
Watson really fragging out. It's been a while since I've seen Watson just popping heads like that.
Dude, you have no idea.
Hey, console scrim, I'm down. Hold on.
I call him Fragmite. He said he didn't play Thermite, he was playing Ace.
Oh,
but
please
it's
tell me
okay.
you caught me frying ISO into a new world.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really watch ISO hardly at all, so I don't think I did.
He was too busy watching Jimmer.
I'm always a good pop to watch.
Yeah, I was mostly just watching Watson's cock the entire game, you know, just so mesmerizing. Couldn't get my eyes
You should have
off
sucked
it.
it for him.
I will later.
He's getting married soon, so he'll be unavailable here soon.
Oh, he is? Watson has time for a partner?
This month.
Yes, if you want to suck him off, it's got to be soon or it'll be cheap.
Shit. Alright, Watson. Get your calendar out. What day?
Good seeing you guys. Thanks for scrimming.
Wow, he won't tell me what day. Not yet. Ozzy said best of one originally, I thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was best.
Z.
Nice try.
I mean, I don't know what you guys were expecting going into it.
I mean, nah, the plan was to just win a couple rounds. I mean, I just wanted to play an actual good team. I mean, I feel like it comes down to it. We just weren't winning ones.
I mean,
They were also manipulating us. Like, there were just times where I was, like, over top of someone when I got killed. We would both get killed.
there were definitely a couple instances of that man should not have gotten away with it. I know there was one time in Solar, I think it was Iana, just charged up the stairs and sprayed down two of y'all in top Solar. I don't even think a shot was fired back. That was a bit rough, I'm not gonna lie. And then on the basement, you guys got the fuser planted, had a 3v1. Akita swings out towards blue, onto the guy, almost kills him, and he's at like one shot and dies. And then whoever was, I think Thatcher, who was covering plant, just held a super passive angle the other way. And so he kind of just got a free double kill.
He just kind of looked the other way, unfortunately.
That's like the problem. That's why I hate being support sometimes. Because you're just stuck in the planning animation, being like, alright, my team's going to win their ones. I'm good.
Yeah.
And then, Akita, I'm not blaming you. You got him down to 1 HP. That's just... Caden should have been...
Watching you.
Yeah. Not even watching me.
He needed to hold the angle on it, or he needed to be aggressive, and he just held a passive angle off of diffuse.
Yeah. I don't think our attacks look bad though.
No, like I mean, considering like that round y'all should have closed out, but like if you consider the setup and all that to get into a 3v1 diffuser going down there, that was a good attack. It just kind of fell apart realistically.
Like
that's
said,
a round that should get closed out.
Was pretty much.
Yeah. The biggest thing I'll comment on is that on that top floor site, their master window and solar window control kept absolutely throttling y'all. And the only thing I would suggest is bring a pulse or a Solus. So if that's what they're doing, you can rotate down below late round and get the C4 from below. Because Watson planted same corner.
We tried to do that, but they play below.
Well, they do, but, well, I guess you guys can't see this, but I can because I'm spectating.
Yeah.
They all push below first, but then once Watson comes in solar window, because Watson is always their planter. If diffuser is going down, it's Watson. I think almost all of them. I wasn't paying too much attention to that.
So that was like the biggest problem. They had the Nomad on all the flanks. So we tried to send ISO on a flank one round, and the Nomad just completely.
But I mean, on those upper sites, every time when Watson came in solar window to get ready to plant, they completely abandoned the lower floors. They had one on double window, one right next to Watson in bathroom, and then they had like one in solar. The one round where they had 4 alive, and they're going for execute.
It comes down to the last 5 seconds. So if we just have someone play below with a nitro, because they planted in the same spot every time.
Yeah. Obviously,
we knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
We just couldn't get the counter for it.
I mean, they are quite a good team.
I mean,
but
I know it was 7-1, but I don't feel like we got slammed.
I mean, every round was close, and there were 1 or 2 rounds that, I mean, there was the one obviously that you guys should have pulled out, and then there was another that was really close. But it's not like you guys were getting, I don't think there was a single flawless round for them.
No.
So it's not like y'all weren't putting up a fight, which is good. I mean, they are a very good game. I mean, team. I mean, this game is their lives. Not in like a mean way, but like legitimately. I'm not joking when I say Watson has a page of notes for every round of every scrim they play. They take it. Watson at least takes it very, very seriously. And they are a very good team because of it. I mean, it's effective. But, I mean, you guys are new. I thought for a newer team, you did quite well each round against them. I mean, obviously the final scoreline isn't that pretty, but each round we put up a fight.
Yeah, we don't got to go against a team like that and either nade.